Welcome to Harvest Builder's first annual Black History Fashion Show. This show was motivated by the Black excellence shown from African Americans across the world. From our ancestors' history to now, our fashions and creative minds has shown the world that we walk it like we talk it. Presented by EA5 and inspired by our Black history. This is a tribute to those who have paved the way. I am your host, Mrs. Allison Dunnigan, who you say I am a journalist, civil rights activist, and author. I was the first Black female member of the Senate and House of Representatives press galleries. I wrote an autobiography entitled Alice A. Dunnigan, A Black Woman's Experience. Did I mention I was inducted into the Kentucky Hall of Fame? Yes, I was definitely walking it like I talk it. From Black Victorian women, Barack Obama, Cicely Tyson, and our beautiful African queens, we have definitely made a statement by walking into our purpose so that not only your lives would be different, but so your dreams and aspirations can come true. Let's get started and let's rip the runway. Coming to the stage, Mr. Rufus Estes. Born former slave, Rufus Estes worked as a chef aboard luxury railway cars operated by the Pullman Company at the age of 5 years old. Rufus Estes worked as a slave in the fields. Throughout the course of his career, he managed private Pullman cars. These cars, also known as palace cars, were decorated elaborately with chandeliers, air conditions, and beds where gourmet meals were served by former slaves. Later on, he created a recipe book titled Good Things to Eat that contained over 600 recipes. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Rufus Estes. Next we have Miss Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy Dandridge was an American actress, singer, and dancer. She is the first African American film star to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress. She performed as a vocalist in venues such as the Cotton Club and the Apollo Theater. Having developed an interest in activism because of the racism she encountered in the industry, Dandridge became involved with the National Urban League and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. This singer found early success in show business by performing with her sister, leading to her first appearances in film. This girl performed throughout the South, playing black churches and other places. You better sing, girl. Give it up for Miss Dorothy Dandridge. Mr. Hank Aaron. Hank, also known as Hammer Hank, was an American professional baseball right fielder who played 23 seasons in Major League Baseball from 1954 through 1976. Mr. Aaron is one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He hit over 24 home runs every year from 1955 through 1973. With a total of 755 home runs. He is one of only 2 players to hit 30 or more home runs in a season, at least 15 times. Hank Aaron was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. Aaron was the last Negro League baseball player on a major league roster. Mr. Hank Aaron. Welcome Miss Jane Bolin. This inspiring black woman was the first of color to graduate from Yale Law School. She was also the first to join the New York City Bar Association and the first to join the New York City Law Department. She became the first black woman to serve as a judge in the United States. As a child of an interracial couple, Bolin was subject to discrimination. She would occasionally be denied service at businesses. At 16 years old, she enrolled at Wellesley College in Massachusetts, where she was one of the only two black freshmen. She graduated in 1928 in the top 20 in her class. She most definitely was walking it like she talked it. Mr. Jessie Owens. James Jessie Owens was an African track and field athlete and four-time gold medalist in the 1936 Olympic Games. He showed outstanding talent in the sprints and the long jump. Owens was recognized in his lifetime as perhaps the greatest and most famous athlete in track and field history. Jessie Owens made sporting history when he broke 5 world records and equaled a 6th in the space of 45 minutes. One of his world records would last for 25 years. Adolf Hitler hoped that the 1936 Berlin Games would prove his theory of Aryan racial superiority. Instead, Owens' achievements led the people of Berlin to hail him, an African American, as a hero. Jessie Owens. Let's welcome Mr. Curtis Walker. Professionally known by his stage name Curtis Blow, is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, film, record producer, b-boy, DJ, public speaker, and minister. He is the first commercially successful rapper at the age of 20 to sign with a major record label, Mercury. The Breaks, a single from his 1980 self-titled debut album, is the first certified gold record rap song. This song sold over 500,000 copies. Besides his own work, Curtis has been responsible for hits by the Fat Boys and Run DMC. Curtis has spoken out emphatically against racism. In 1994, Curtis received his salvation and became an ordained minister. Curtis Blow. Last to take the stage is Mrs. Kamala Harris. Mrs. Harris is an American politician and attorney serving as the 49th Vice President of the United States. She is the first female vice president and highest ranking female official in U.S. history. She graduated from Howard University and the University of California. Vice President Harris was inspired by her mom, who was an activist, instilling her with a strong sense of justice. Throughout her career, the Vice President has been guided by the words she spoke the first time she stood up in court. Kamala Harris, for the people. She is the first Black American and South Asian American to be elected. She is determined not to be the last. Give it up for Miss Kamala Harris. This concludes our show. Like Maya Angelou once said, if you're going to live, leave a legacy. Make a mark on the world that can't be erased. Until next time, walk it like you talk it.